If you're new here, this is Frugal off-grid. This is not social media in the standard sense, and I'm not trying to convince anybody. What I do here is slow things down and explain things that actually matter when you're starting off-grid with little to no money. And of course, a limited margin for mistakes. If that sounds useful to you, this video will help you understand how to use this site and to understand how I approach frugal off-grid living. I started off-grid because I wanted to create a little bit more security for myself. Somewhere that I could, create my own shelter, water, food, somewhere safe, somewhere reliable, a home base. Most people struggle off-grid, not because they don't work hard, but because they rush decisions or do things out of order. I've found that when you slow things down and do things in the right sequence, the whole lifestyle becomes more manageable. Frugality to me isn't about suffering or deprivation. It's about reducing pressure and keeping your margin intact. When your margin disappears, everything feels urgent, and that's when mistakes get expensive. So everything I share here comes back to the beginning principles and long-term stability, not quick wins. When my plan started to move off-grid and start my homestead like I did, I didn't find any really valuable resources that I could go back to and extrapolate different techniques and theories and ideas that might work for my homestead. Social media is useful, but it's built around speed, reaction, and constant novelty. A lot of off-grid topics don't work well in that environment, especially when they require context or patience. This website exists to go into detail and to provide more content in an environment that's not meant to be rushed. This is not Netflix and chill. Nothing here is meant to be consumed in one huge sitting. It's more of a reference point that you can continue to come back to when you have questions that need answers. If you're just starting out, an orientation like this is probably more useful than jumping right into projects and purchasing land and so forth. You don't need to watch everything, and you don't need to move quickly. Most of the content here will be evergreen. That means months and years from now it'll still be relevant. Think of this library as something you check in with when you're planning or trying to avoid a mistake. It's not meant to be binged. I still use YouTube, and it's a pretty ideal place to reach new people who are just beginning to learn about off-grid living. But YouTube is more like a distribution channel rather than a home base. This site is where this content lives long-term rather than being manipulated by algorithms or trends. If you found me on YouTube first, this is where everything connects. Who's this for and who's it not for? This approach is ideal for people who are starting with limited money and want to avoid mistakes. It's also for people who value steady progress over quick results. If you're looking for flashy builds, constant updates, or shortcuts, well, this is probably not for you. But if you're interested in systems and building something that's long-term and more sustainable, you'll likely find this useful. This library isn't going anywhere, and there's no right pace for working through it. Take what's useful, ignore what's not, and apply it when it's necessary. Everything is shared here with the idea that long-term thinking usually pays off. I've made a lot of costly mistakes along the way, and I'm sharing those with you so you don't have to.